Right, so hopefully that will start in a second. I do. Hey! Here we go, here we go, here we go, here we go. We are getting somewhere. Now, come on. Show me good stuff. I now love apparently. Oh! Yes! Yeah, boy! Yes! We are live, to be exact, completely. Like, it's pretty cool. Okay, this is good stuff. Actually, it actually works. It actually freaking works. I'm so bloody happy because it took me ages. It took me a while to figure out. Oh yeah, by the way, OBS actually works. I was like, oh Christ, yeah, OBS works, doesn't it? So I then started my adventure using OBS, and now OBS has given me the good stuff, as they say. So I'm actually like, I am happy as Joe skated Dwang Double Part 4. Like, that happy. So yes, I have returned today to do the next part of JoJo Part 5, which is now chapters 4 to 8. And I am actually also covering the colour, if I can move this over here. It's going to work, hopefully. Is it going to work? Is it going to work? Is it going to work? No, it's not. Oh. We have failed already. Yes, the colour scans. So I think I have covered the right ones this time. I'm not too sure because, again, I'm still kind of learning how to do these things. It's still kind of like a very, very learn and fail kind of process for me. So I'm kind of sort of getting a hang of the scans. So I think I'm on the right one now. I think I'm covering the good stuff. The Wang scans, as I would actually call them. I would actually kind of quote the scans originally that we used for part 4, but you get what I mean. Like, it's the beautiful Dwang scans. So I think we're good. I think we're pretty freaking alright. So yeah, though I do kind of find it weird, it's only 10 pages long, but I think it's the right thing. If someone cares to tell me I'm doing it wrong, then do tell me because I need to know. Because otherwise, I'm going to do this for the whole entire stream and someone just goes right at the end, oh yeah, by the way, you weren't covering the right one. Because I went to two different places. I went to Reddit to go and see whether or not I'm covering the right one, and they had this whole PDF document of volumes 47 to 50. I was like, okay, so let's have a look at that. Let's see whether or not I'm actually doing the right thing. Looked at it, I actually was doing the right thing. I was like, yeah. So if we ever need a reference, just go back to the PDF document I've got, which does have all of them on there, which is actually pretty freaking great. So yeah, I'm actually kind of excited because, god damn it, Giorno seems pretty freaking awesome. I mean, Koichi. We are covering the part 5 of JoJo, so we're actually on a new part of JoJo before I cover Frugatsu today. So I thought, you know what, gotta keep the spirits alive. Gotta keep the spirits of JoJo Friday alive. Otherwise, you just can't continue, man. Just can't go on in life if there's no JoJo Friday. Yes, we are. You are thinking the right things. You, my friend, are in the right place. We are covering the part 5 manga because we are cool like that. And I couldn't say goodbye to JoJo just yet because it was beautiful. It's a beautiful dwang of a series. I was like, yeah, let's continue with this. Let's continue. Let's cover the next part. Also, as well, I figured out how to do the whole entire screen share / camera in the corner kind of trickery. It's actually pretty freaking hard, apparently. Because it took me a while to actually realise what the hell I was doing wrong. I was like, oh, I'm doing that wrong. Oh, right, yeah, sorry. What happened was I was covering the black and white scans like last time because I had no idea whether or not I was doing the right thing because I saw originally the colour scans were there. But what happened was they're only 10 pages long, so I thought, am I doing the right thing? Am I covering the right thing? So I thought, okay, I just covered the black and white ones to make sure so that nothing can happen, nothing like majorly can go wrong. But then I was actually told, no fam, you're doing the wrong thing, cover the colour scans because it looks bloody beautiful. And I was like, okay, I'll cover those. So that's what I'm doing now. So this is the right one, I think. This is the official, I think, colour scans, probably. No, the Coloured Adventure, I think it's called. That's what the scans are called. Anyhow, enough of a delay. Let's get it shown in a row because it's actually not that long apparently. It's 5 chapters and they're 10 pages each, so it's about 50 pages worth of content here. So I was like, okay, you know what, that seems alright. I was actually kind of scared covering like 5 chapters off of 20 pages, but it actually went down to 10 pages each. I was like, mans, can't argue with that. So hopefully this stream is actually going live to everyone. I'm not even too sure whether or not it is. because YouTube is being strange because I'm not doing YouTube normal. I'm not doing Hangouts. I'm doing OBS. So I'm not too sure whether or not everyone's got the notification. So yeah, that is the group's called. It's like at the top, I think. Colored Adventure, JoJo's Colored Adventure is the one. Yeah. But yeah, I wasn't too sure whether or not everyone's getting the actual notification. So I don't know whether or not people get this afterwards. I have freaking no idea. JoJo and streams for me don't go hand in hand sometimes because it tends to go wrong all the time, and so does YouTube. So hopefully we're good. Hopefully we're fine. Hopefully we're doing about the whole entire thing. So yes, without further delay again, as I said before I didn't got my tangent, let's actually start this actual chapter because okay, it's alright then. Everyone got notification, that's alright then. I don't know whether or not people did because YouTube is problematic when it comes to these kind of things. Never are quite good. So yeah. Anyhow. Chapter 3 we're on right now, I think. No, chapter 4 actually, sorry. I get confused with this thing sometimes. It took me a while to realise I'm on chapter 4 and it's actually up to chapter 8. I was like, okay, I get it now. Because the actual numbering confused me. So yeah, anyway, chapter 4. So, let's begin with Koichi and his Super Saiyan level hair. So, I want to make a collect call, please. What is your name, sir? Koichi Hirose. And it won't go over to the next page because I'm on the wrong bloody tab again. Oh, the pains of working with dual screens. Just look at the artwork, god damn it. I'm just gonna move this stuff in the way. I've got so much stuff on my desk that can't actually work properly. Alright. So, hello, is this Koichi? Giorno. What happened, Koichi? I don't know where to begin, but well, okay, I'll go ahead and tell you my findings first. He's a stand user. And JoJo's all like, wait, what? Well, hold on. Second here, boy, calm down. Stand user? Like, you finding those stand users again, boy? Yeah, I am. Koichi's just like, what do I do now, JoJo? I didn't expect this. Like, I already know I'm the shaft magnet, but geez. Because of the Italian pronunciation, Haruno Shiobana is called Giovanna here. Shiobana is the same as Giovanna. And his hair is blonde now, instead of it black like in the picture. Even though he's still a student, he acts like a gangster. He stole my money and my luggage. I met him by coincidence, you see. Apparently not. Like, according to everyone on the internet, manga's not as bad as anime, apparently. That's what I've read. And because people do actually upload the entirety of chapters. Like, that's what people are saying. People are, like, going, yeah, you don't have to worry about it because everyone just uploads chapters anyway, so it's not a problem. So, if I get a strike, then I'll probably just dispute it and say, what the F, man. But if anything were to happen, I'll probably just go back to my original setup. So, it's not a problem anyway. If we continue like this and it's actually all fine, then more power to me, I guess. YouTube's a hit and miss system. Like, it sometimes will get you and it won't get you. Like, if people can go on the internet and do videos about a bloody knife at 1,000 degrees, like burning an Xbox and not burning a bloody Xbox, then I think I can actually like show a manga. I think I can. Bloody YouTube and their bogus systems. Anyhow, and I only just glimpsed his stance, so his ability still a mystery to me, but it can reflect his opponent's attack back towards them. JoJo's all like, fracking hell, did not expect this to happen. This is what happens when you go on a bizarre adventure, Koichi. You get yourself into bizarre shenanigans. Even though I just got here, if things are going to get dangerous, I want to go home. I apologize. I'd considered the possibility, but I didn't know that he's really a stand user. I'll get you a hotel right now and wire you some money. Can I ask you something? What's your relationship with Giorno and Giovanna? I killed his father. His father's name was Dio Brando. We got the actual like confirmation. It is Dio Brando's son, who also happens to be Jonathan Joestar's son as well. If you get into the technical side of it, like it gets confusing. When you think about the whole entire thing, like the lineage of the Joestar family is kind of strange, and even more strange when you think about it. So it's not trying to think about it too much because our brains are just going to like mass like overdrive and we're just going to circles. Because yeah, just got a cute picture as well of all of them. I miss those days. I miss Kakuin. I miss Polnareff. I miss Joseph Joestar, Iggy, and everyone else. damn. Oh, it's so bloody cute. Just look at them. You just gotta adore that picture. You just gotta love it. Oh, part 3 of such simpler days. I just found out just this year, due to the Speedrunning Foundation research, that there was a possibility that Dio may have had a child. I wanted to confirm this, whether or not Giorno Giovanna was really Dio's son, and if he had inherited even some of Dio's genetic structuring. Dio? That's why I wanted a skin sample. The Dio? The bow and arrow Dio? But isn't Dio's body a part of JoJo's Star bloodline? Even Koichi's all like, what? Koichi, now that I know that Giorno Giovanni inherited a stand, you don't need to approach him anymore. Also, you told me that his hair is blonde now. It could be because Giorno's dormant stand ability was only recently awakened. There must have been some sort of trigger, for example, the presence of another powerful stand user in the area. Don't go near him anymore. And one last thing, is he an enemy or is he an ally? That's what I want to find out. Koichi, what do you think? You were the one that met him. What kind of impression does he make on you? I don't know, but well, he's a serene kind of person. Even if he did steal my things, it's bizarre. It is very bizarre. Everything's very bizarre in this manga and anime series. You gotta admire the artwork. You could just sit there for about 5 minutes and just admire every single thing. Wait, what? What's going on? Oh, jeez. Yeah, sorry, that's... My microphone tends to crackle sometimes. That was my fault. Okay, I think we're good. I think we're good. Is that better? Are we good with the sound? Because I don't know why my microphone does the buzzing noise, because it's connected to a reputable actual like thingamajig, so I don't understand why it crackles, but it tends to crackle all the time. I have no idea. So anyhow, I need to fix it. I might need to change my microphone completely and probably get this one replaced. Like I think Blue microphones tends to give you a lifetime guarantee anyway, so it's fine. Anyhow, back on track with the whole entirety of... Oh my god, look at the artwork of part 5. God freaking damn it. That Araki fam. That Araki boy. He does it. Maybe it is too cordless, because it uses those mini USB cables, which are really freaking annoying, because they don't tend to be the most reliable. So I don't know whether or not if I use my original microphone, which was I think it was the Icicle. Was it? No, it was the Icicle. Was the not Nessie. What was it? Not Snowball. No, the Yeti. That was it. The Yeti. That one used a normal cable, so it didn't actually technically have any problems. So I don't know whether or not it's just the cable. I might need to change it around and change it for a better one. So I might need to go and figure that one out after the stream ends. Because it only ever tends to hit the ones which I'm doing manga with, which makes no sense. Why? Is that I need to do it as an approach now? Is this yours? No. I see then. This is mine. Haha. So let's say there was a bag here and there was 10 million yen inside. Would you return it? Would you? Of course. Would you? Of course I would take it. Huh, you're so honest. But what if I was a policeman in disguise and I saw you doing something like that? I'd give you half the money and ask you to stay quiet, probably. I love that. I actually adore that. It's quite good. Wow, that's really nice. That's nice, and that's really something. You probably would do that. I can tell you're not kidding. I really can tell, you're telling the truth. I can tell whether or not someone is telling the truth. And, well, I'd say I'm almost never wrong. I can tell by looking at at skin on someone's face. It starts to glisten when someone sweats, right? I just analyze the extent of it. Though I can get a better idea if I taste a person's sweat. The volume is quieter than usual. I think it's because I'm actually... Wait, is it quieter? Is that a bit better? I just turned it up on OBS, so hopefully it might have actually improved it. Hopefully that might have actually fixed the problem. I'll check now. Yeah, I think that's actually improved it. Sorry, I think I put it down low because of the noise. I think that just in case, just to kind of like signal out or get rid of the noise behind me, just in case anything were to actually pierce through, which tends to be kind of the problem with this microphone. It tends to isolate the noise, but it tends to pick up some stuff randomly. Let's see whether or not I missed anything on this page. No, I didn't. Cool. So we got a dude that can actually tell if a person's lying by the taste of their sweat, or telling the truth by the taste of their sweat. Wait, who are you? Giorno Giovanna. No one knows why Leaky Luca went to the airport. However, one of the guards at the airport told me that you were there too, so I thought I would come and find you and ask you some questions. Are you a cop? You're joking, right? Leaky Luca was found collapsed on the ground near the airport with his own shovel rammed into his head. He probably won't regain consciousness here in the consciousness. He's in critical condition. I'm looking for the one who did it. Oh. Yeah, it's a condenser microphone. It's one of the professional ones, but it just tends to be kind of hit and miss. I think if you run it on cardioid, it doesn't tend to pick up like every single little detail, but it will randomly do something, because I used to record and then randomly sometimes my dog will be barking outside and it picked the noise up completely. It tends to be really freaking annoying. So that's why I tend to be kind of careful with my actual like noise input. If it's working alright, then it's working alright, so it's not a problem. Luca wasn't just a thug, he was a part of a gang. There were a lot of reasons why he'd be targeted. He was the type to earn grudges after all, but his boss is different. Since they targeted one of his own, the boss thinks that whoever it is wanted to smear shit on his face, and that's why he told me to take care of the one that was responsible for this. I'm going to ask you a question. Did you meet Leaky Luca at the airport? No, I never heard someone called Leaky Luca. Let's get a panel. Yeah, I think this one technically doesn't tend to be too bad. Just it's random. Huh. This is the development and a half. You're not sweating. Alright, I believe you. I'm done with the questions. Sorry to have bothered you. Giorno Giovanna. Oh, he's definitely left something. He's left something, of course. Oh, Christ on a freaking bicycle. What is this? I had my hand in the first in a fist the whole time. That's Luca's right eye. You're sweating now, I see. He's unconscious anyway, so I thought I brought it here. This taste is a taste of a liar. Giorno Giovanna. So that's where it comes from. I get it now. That's where the whole entire thing comes from, because I always saw it on the internet. The whole "this is the taste of a liar." I also see it with Team Fortress. I used to see it with Team Fortress 2 all the time. Like I just used to see. I think it was the I can't remember who it was. I think it was a spy and it was someone else. I think it was a spy and a scout, and it had a spy looking the scout, and it says "this is the taste of a liar." So that's why I knew of it, but I never knew where it came from. And just thus the meme was born. Yeah, I can imagine that's probably where the meme was born. Oh man, top tier memes JoJo's got. You gotta admit, JoJo has some of the best memes in the business. Like their memes tend to last. Oh man. All right, so we're on chapter 5 now. So we're on Bucciarati's Coming, Part 2. If I pronounced his name correctly. Hopefully I have, because whether or not I have. To Dio Brando, women were mere tools of food. So how was it that Giorno's mother was able to give birth to Giorno 15 years ago without being killed by Dio? Nobody knows what really happened. Although Giorno's mother was a very beautiful woman, she wasn't in no way a good mother. She had moved back to Japan to give birth to Giorno, but she would often leave her young son at home alone while she went to enjoy the nightlife. I'm not going to sacrifice my freedom just because I have a kid. No way. No way. Wow. Oh, so it's Giorno. Oh, okay. So I think I've got it now. So Giorno. Giovanna, I think. Then I think that's how I probably don't know. I have no one to check with because I don't know anyone specifically Italian to actually kind of concrete proof any how you say it. The closest I got is Spanish. That's why I guess I pronounce it Giorno. I don't know. So would I be wrong in how I pronounce it, or would I be right in how I pronounce it? Just out of curiosity. Waking up in the middle of the night and realizing that his mother wasn't home. For a child of 1 to 2, imagine the despair and the horror he would feel, since it was useless to cry alone in the dark. Giorno could only tremble. When Giorno turned 4, his mother got married. Her husband was an Italian, and thus Giorno also became Italian. However, this man often hit Giorno behind his mother's back. Jesus Christ. Okay, I don't know. I'll probably continue pronouncing it Giorno because I don't think I'm mispronouncing it. No one's really called me out yet, so it's alright. I guess. Irritating brat, always trying to read people. It was quite the opposite, really. The reason Giorno developed the habit of trying to read how other people thought of him was because of this man. And this kind of personality became the reason why Giorno was the prime target for the town's children to bully. He slowly came to believe he was the scum of earth, and to anyone watching it was evident that it wouldn't be long before Giorno grew to become a very twisted person. However, a chance incident saved Giorno from his fate. As Giorno was walking home on his usual route, he saw a bloody man on the ground in the shadows of a stone wall. Is he alive? Is he dead? He wasn't sure, but it looked like he'd have been shot in the chest. Just then, a group of men came running towards them, yelling, "Damn it, where did he go? Don't let him get away, keep looking." They were obviously looking for the wounded man. They gradually made their way over to Giorno. And they asked Giorno if he had seen him. He went over there, and Giorno lied. He wasn't afraid. He merely thought that the wounded man looked lonely and melancholic. Melancholic? Oh, Christ. This is actually a heavy chapter. And luckily for the man, his body was obscured by the grass that has grown around him. This was due to Giorno's experience. How's that word? Gold experience ability, but Giorno himself hadn't realized his stand powers yet, and so he had only activated unconsciously, and he never told anyone about this. The man appeared in front of Giorno again. The man was alive, and he remembered how Giorno had covered him and said, "I'll never forget what you did for me." He never explained why he was shot. It was a bit later that Giorno's stepfather stopped beating him. The town children began to give up. The town's children began giving up their seats to Giorno in the crowd of movie theaters. The man was a gangster. Though all the man did was quietly watch over Giorno from afar. He slowly approached Giorno, and a child who had always tried to see how others thought of him as individual to be protected. Oh, not individual to be respected. Sorry. Also, Bucciarati. Bucciarati? I think I was pronouncing. I don't know, because sometimes words kind of go over me when I'm trying to pronounce certain things. Like that one, I have to go and Google what isn't his actual. Oh, sweet. That's all right then. I didn't know whether or not it was working. I thought I'd keep the JoJo Fridays like kind of spirit alive. I didn't want to let it go just yet. I had to keep it going. So prime example was putting JoJo like streams for the manga today. I thought it was actually a perfect time. So it's actually kind of Giorno, Giovanna. I want to go and see. I want to see whether or not actually. Oh, is it called? Is this thing called Gold Experience then? Because it's spelled really weirdly there. I think it's called Gold Experience. Yeah, it's called Gold Experience. I was reading it really weirdly. Sorry for the crackling just then as well. My computer's using most of its processor to actually run OBS. Whew, okay. Let's continue. Giorno learned the importance of trusting people, something he should have learned from his parents from the science of a complete stranger. It was bizarre, but a gangster who specialized in lawless and crime was responsible for straightening out Giorno's heart. He had no longer had that weak look about him. Within his heart, a calm breeze blew. The man has always taken a strict position about not getting Giorno involved in the gang world, but the environment where Giorno lived, where politicians were corrupt and police didn't protect the weak. Giorno's resolution couldn't be broken. He began to see that his goal in life. In this way, instead of idolizing a serious star, instead of idolizing a star's Giorno Giovanna dreamed of being a gangster. I like that. That's an amazing panel. That's an amazing looking panel. It's out on his own. Christ. Yeah, Araki, man, he's the bro. He is the man. He is the immortal being. Oh, okay, we're back with this boy. What did he just do? A trick? No, I had my hand balled into a fist. I can't think of any trick that could have put an object inside of a closed hand. Well. In any case, I'm in quite a bind. Even though I couldn't do anything about the incident with Leaky Luca, I can't make an excuse for myself. What should I do if he finds out? I'd have to kill him. I told you I was done questioning, but the situation has changed a bit, Giovanna. You lied. You said that you didn't see Luca. Why would you lie about that? It looks like I'll have to find out why you would lie about something like that. Wow. Just look at it. Just look at that panel. Just look at how gracious he is at punching Giorno in the face. It's the most gracious punch in the world. It's just that's a respectful punch. That's just got to respect the punch. To respect that punch. It's respectable punch. It's just a punch. Oh man, I like it. I think it's cool. I think it's an amazing panel. Just that panel on its own. What are you looking at? Are you jealous? Do you want to hit him too? This is turning into quite the chapter. My name is Bruno Bucciarati. Bucciarati. Think I pronounced it correctly. Bruno Bucciarati. Answer me. This interrogation has already become a torture session. Holy Christ on a freaking bicycle! Wow. Oh man, just look at the. Okay. Did I pronounce it correctly? Oh, did I pronounce it with a K? It's Bucciarati. Let's call him Bruno. Let's just call it. Let's just call him Bruno for now on. Oh man. Oh, this is. So is my ability chilling? Those are Luca's fingers. In reality, they finish Leaky Luca off. The boss said. In reality, they finished Leaky Luca. In reality, they finished Leaky Luca off. The boss said that wasn't too much point in keeping him alive. He told me to bring these so I could use them as a scare tactic during an interrogation. Again, what did he do? Can it be that he's another one like that Japanese tourist from before? Besides my ability to tell when someone's lying. Besides my ability to tell when someone's lying, I can do things like that. Whatever the object, I can put it in your mouth. There's nothing you can do to against it. For example, I can even put that fire hydrant in your mouth. Holy Christ. Okay, sorry. With certain things, it tends to kind of go past me, certain pronunciations. Don't know why. Certain words I can pronounce correctly, but other ones I can't. I have it when I do it in Spanish as well. Whenever I speak Spanish, it tends to kind of be really freaking stressful sometimes. Pronunciation just, oh, it's like if you mispronounce it sometimes in Spanish, it can mean something completely different. Of course, if I did something like that, you'd die. This is freaking bizarre. Like I ain't beat around the bush. If you don't talk talking, the torture will keep on escalating. You've seen the culprit. Did they tell you to stay quiet? Who attacked Luca? I'll have you talking soon enough. He does have the same type of ability. Wow. That was... Down those zippers. Zippers can be arseholes now, and we now fully understand why. Oh man. Bruno is quite the man, as we probably would say. Bruno is quite the man. God damn. Oh man, okay. Looks like I'd have to use the gold experience to deflect his attacks. Bucciarati's coming part 3. Oh, that panel though. That panel. That's a panel and a half, boys. It's a panel and a half. He basically can just make tears in time space to create a pocket dimension. Huh. Okay. It's quite the ability when you think about it. Why is it that I'm suddenly finding myself running into people with the same kind of ability these past few days? Right now, Giorno doesn't have the time to be contemplating things like that. Three fingers, zipper man, lol. Greto. Pretty much the whole entirety of Giorno's story so far is literally Greto in a nutshell. It's like one thing after another. It's like he never catches a break. He wants to live life like a plant. Now he can't. Will he ever get his own personal JoJo's star? That's the question we must ask ourselves. Will he ever get his personal JoJo's star? Your head's a wobbly. It feels like it's going to come off. You probably don't even understand what I'm doing to you anyway. Giovanna. I can kick your head around like a soccer ball while asking you who attacked Leaky Luca, you know. And that trick putting the eye into my hand. So this ability of his was how he did it. I can't take any more hits of him. I'll be torn to pieces. However, I never once in my life used gold experience to attack another human being. I've only just discovered my ability a few months ago. I know that gold experience ability can give life to things like bags or bricks if it hits them. If it hits an object, But what would happen if God experience hit a live human being? What would happen? I don't even know the answer to that. Answer me, Giorno, Giovanna. Mura. Ah, they used the Mura! They used it! It's gone. It's gone. It's done it. It's hit it. We're gone. We done it, boys. We need to go home. It's gone. Done it. We need to go home. The Mura has appeared. I think this is set in 2001. I think it's. I think we should go home now. I think it was 2001. I think they said at the beginning of the manga. I think it was something like that. It's so cool seeing it from someone that's not Dio. It's even cooler just seeing Giorno just say Mura. Oh man, look at the panels. Look at them. Yeah, so 2001. I thought it was. I thought I wasn't wrong because they mentioned 2001 as Space Odyssey as well, which is a film which was, I think, set in 2001 as well. Probably. Knowing the name of it. Disgracious. I have no other option but to try it. I have to use my gold experiences ability against him. I don't know what would happen if I attack a human with it, but I have to for survival's sake. You're a stand user, so you could see my stand ability, and it couldn't be you. You're only fifth, and it can't be your. Wait, what? And it can't be. You're only 15. Okay, that makes sense. Giorno's second generation Jonathan Yo from. It's still the most confusing concept in the world when you think about the lineage of Giorno's like heritage. It's kind of Dio, but at the same time it's Jonathan. It's like it's just one of those things. It kind of like you have to wrap your brain around it. You kind of sitting there going, wait, what? Hold up a second here. Then when you think about it, like, yeah, it is. Like, it's 25% Dio, 75% Jonathan Joestar. So I guess one of the things that Thing inherited was the Mura. Like, that's what he inherited so far. Yeah, I'm so glad there's actually more JoJo, and the fact is, it's actually like written so long ago as well, which is still the most surprising thing. It's the most surprising thing when you think about it. Like, it's written so long ago, but it feels so fresh. That's the main thing. That's why I love it so much. It hasn't aged one bit. It's a fine wine. It got better with age. The main thing. It got better with age. What user? You're the only one who did. You're the one who did to Luca. You're the one who did Luca in. God experience. Holy cow! These pages look beautiful. They're gorgeous. Top tier. Whew. God experience. If it hits someone, it should at least have the power to break their arm, but he's trying to pull himself up by grabbing the handrail with this right hand. Is he not hurt? Even the problem is, even the static panels look amazing. Like, it's just not one panel looks disgusting. Every single panel just looks amazing, because sometimes in certain mangas that you read, they tend not to be it's only certain panels which look amazing. Other panels look kind of eh. These ones, every single one looks amazing. I just love it. Yeah, I mean, it kind of puts to shame like most mangas nowadays which appear in Shonen Jump, because I remember reading Bleach. Bleach when it first started looked beautiful, but as time went on, it just became like eh. Like, it just didn't look good. And then you read this, it's happened so long ago. It's just so freaking amazing. I just love it. I love Araki so much. The man is the man. He is our Lord and Savior, Araki. God, he's a beautiful Dwang of a person. He is the Dwang of a man. He is the Dwang man. That's what we call him now. He's a Dwang man. What is strength? That's welling me up in me. this strength that's welling up in me. All I did was try to stand up, but I'm moving at this incredible speed. It's like this strength has grown inside of me, as if my body's been fueled with life. Yeah, it hasn't. It never used to. It's a problem. Back in the day when it first started, Bleach had, like, it had its fair share of white spaces, don't get me wrong, but as time went on, you could just see that Kubo was just giving up. Like, it didn't look good anymore. It just looked like he was only doing the best for the actual, like, kind of major panels, but then other things just looked disgusting. Like, it just never looked that good anymore. It's depressing because Kubo's artwork was amazing back in the day. Yeah. That's a problem as well. In a weekly kind of, what's it called? In a weekly kind of, like, I guess, I think of the word now. In a weekly time constraint as well, it can kind of take a toll on the person as well. So simplicity might be the best option when you're doing weekly. I mean, monthly, when you read half the monthly mangas that exist, they look absolutely astounding. Yeah, like, I mean, Noragami, for example, looks astounding, and it's monthly. So I think it's normally now down to the time constraint you have, and also probably that Shonen Jump's not the greatest person to kind of be around as well. So apparently they breathe on your neck all the time. They're not the greatest person in the world. So I'd imagine that's probably it. But still, back in the day, you had amazing looking mangas, but nowadays it's kind of more only certain panels look amazing. I mean, I think Berserk was weekly as well, and it looked. Shiraki. It's true. I think Berserk wasn't Berserk weekly for a little while. Was it always monthly? I can't remember. One of the two, but still, Berserk just looks fantastic anyway. I mean, that is just on its own, just like whoo, just like whoo, man. Your movements look incredibly slow. Did this happen because I was hit with your ability? If so, then what an idiot. A stand that powers someone else up, huh? Take this, Giorno Giovanna. He gets bored saying his name either. You can just say his name all the time. It has such a nice ring to it. It takes him 1 to 3 pages. So yeah. Wow. Jesus Christ. So, man, that takes him 1 to 3 days per page. Jeez. Because if I remember correctly, it's weekly. Damn. That is kind of insane. You must have actually had so much preemptively thought out before you actually, like, released it. I'm guessing, because otherwise, man, that would take a toll on your brain after a while. You'd be like, I can't take this anymore. I'd imagine you probably would go insane after a while. So, props to the bloke. He is doing God's work, as they say. Huh? Wait, what? I think my lights just fell down again. What? An attack towards Giorno went through him, and my stand ability won't activate. That's me over there. Another one of me behind him. The railing isn't bent. Am I just making this all up? Am I imagining that I have this strength within me? Is that my body over there, and this is only my consciousness over here? Well, freaking hell, we went psychological with this, didn't we? So, it's like balls deep JoJo. Damn, I have to dodge. So that's a satisfying punch. That right there, satisfying punch. This is a manga of satisfying punches. That's what I'm talking about. This manga, ooh, satisfying. Satisfying. Ugh, my movements are too slow. It hurts the sharp pains that are hitting me slowly. Ah. Giorno isn't the one that's slow, it's my consciousness that's going out of control. It looks as if gold experience gives more life to a living human being. They become out of control. Only their consciousness does, however. I don't know why I have this ability, but I suppose all I have to do is use it. Oh. It's a 3-panel punch. That's how you know it's a good punch. It's true. When it's a 3-panel punch, you know it's the top tier punch. It's the top of punches. It's the cream of the crop. The punch and a half. You never know. I don't know how you can actually incorporate Hajime Nopo's name into JoJo. Hajime no Hajime no JoJo. That's it. Reno's manga Hajime no JoJo. If I said Hajime no Ippo, did I say it correctly before? I can't remember now. Oh man. Oh, Geo. Look at that. Just look at that. Look at that. Just admire it. Just take it out for dinner. Just like tell it you love it, because it's amazing. That's just amazing, just thing on its own. Just look at it. Oh man. I think, is there one more part to go? I think. Yeah, there's one more part to go. My teeth are slow. Oh, my teeth are slowly. Breaking. That's a one panel punch. It's still. That donut head for Giorno. even that punch on its own, just look at that trajectory of that tooth. You just know it's a good punch. It's that trajectory. Look at that. Look at it where it's going. It's going like all the way off the screen. You know it's gonna be. It's a 6-panel punch now. It's gonna be like a 20-panel punch. You never know. It's gonna be like a little like oh, what was it called? When you were a kid and you had those pages which came out, and it's just like, it used to come out all the time. Like, it used to be like a load of pages within the page. It's gonna be like that. It's gonna be like reading Shonen Jump, and it's just like one page. When you open it up, it's another punch, another punch, another punch, another punch, another punch, constantly. It never ends. Do you reckon? Do you think that Giorno is actually the cinnamon roll of? Huh? Never noticed that either. Wait, is it? Hold up a second here. It looks it. I can see what you mean. Yeah, it's weird. I think maybe Giorno actually is a cinnamon roll of JoJo because he has cinnamon roll hair. Just admire it. Whew. Stand name, gold experience, user Giorno Giovanna, 15 years old. Power C, speed A, range E, durability D, position C, potential A. Ability has the power to endow objects with life. When it hits something, it can turn the object into a plant or an animal. Also, any attack towards the transformed object will be reflected back towards the aggressor. If it gets punched, the opponent will get punched if it gets cut. The opponent gets cut. If it hits a human, that individual senses will go out of control, and everything will seem like it's moving slowly, including themselves. Even the pain will feel slow. Woo! Oh, okay, I get what you mean now. It does look kind of braided when you think about it. I can see what you mean. Like in certain panels, it looks braided. I think I get you. Hey, you two. The hell are you doing? What? I'm going to call the police. I apologize for this disturbance. I would never allow normal civilians to get involved, so please don't worry. It felt as if I were given some sort of extra energy, and my senses went out of control, so everything seemed slow, even the feeling of pain. This is Giorno Giovanni's ability. It looks like both abilities can only span a few meters. According to my investigations, you aren't affiliated with any gang. I thought you were just a 15-year-old kid. But you, Giorno Giovanna, you're the one who attacked Leaky Luca. Why did you do Leaky Luca in? The boss wants to know. You wouldn't believe me if I said it, that it was an accident, yes? And so you're planning to kill me, am I right? There's just the steroid baby. Joyce get a steroid baby. Oh man. Oh Christ. I mean, all we've got to do is look at Jotaro as well. When you just realise that Jotaro is like 17, he's actually not 17. He's like in his 30s. Like I ain't believing for a second that Jotaro is only 17 years old. Unless we live in an alternate reality where everyone looks 15, but the actual real reality is like how JoJo is written and how JoJo looks. It just works by the dust. Do you foresee love train the world? Oh man. Oh man. You're a person who's prepared himself for conflict. If you're prepared to kill someone, that means that in turn you're always prepared for danger and possibility of being killed yourself. He's going to try to kill me. He's completely serious. He's just a damn kid and he's trying to kill me. His skin and his sweat says that he is not lying. When he says he'll do it, he'll do it. He's that kind of he has that kind of strength. When you no spoilers, please. I mean, the problem is with JoJo nowadays the fact that you can't escape them. So I think there's no point in saying no spoilers anymore because you can't escape them. Like if you go on the internet type in JoJo Part 5, you're gonna get every single spoiler known to exist. It just works with the being the end game stand. Yeah. Sticky fingers. There we go. Here we go. We got the sand ability out. Man's got zippers everywhere. Man should be called Zippy. The man should be called Zippy. I wasn't told to bring the culprit back alive. If I could fight you here, but frankly I don't want to endanger myself by getting hit with that bizarre ability of yours again. I'm going to distance myself. I'll distance myself from you for a bit, and I'll kill you. Look at those zips, man. Control Zipper Man. That's what they probably would call it as well. They would actually call him Zipper Man. Oh man, they have to call it Zipper Man. If they animate it and don't call him Zipper Man, I will be pissed. Like I would actually write to Crunchyroll and go, guys, just change it to Zipper Man, please. So you have to now. It's law. You can't go against it. This man, he's made a hole with the zippers on the side of the tram, and he's made a hole with a zipper on the side of the tram, and he went inside of it. He's able to go through solid walls. I mean, Bruno's one of the best characters in JoJo. Just wait to see him later. Oh, I can imagine it get better and better. Every single character's introduced early on just gets better and better as time goes on. Like it's always, I think it's law when it comes to this kind of manga now, that you're always gonna get better characters as you always gonna get this character introduced, but it just gets better and better as time goes on. Let's go. We also got an SAO advert right there as well. So if you want to go and play some SAO, it's right there. Which I've always wondered why it's an SAO game, but there is. I guess. Got no time for SAO. We're in the big man's manga. This is bad. It was wrong for me to allow him to leave the cable car. If I lose sight of Bucciarati here, even if I have gold experience, if he follows me around with that ability for 24 hours with the intent to assassinate me, I will never be 100% safe. I'll lose. Additionally, if Bucciarati tells others about me, then the situation will be totally out of control. I have to get rid of him right now, otherwise I have no future. I think it's law when you actually read this manga just to appreciate the color pages, like just appreciate every single panel you're reading, just to kind of sit there for about 10 minutes, just appreciate every single little detail because it just looks so freaking amazing. You ouch! What the hell did you just bump into me? Look who's talking. Be careful, damn it. Look at those posing. They're like they're posing for a band artwork. That could literally be the dankiest album in 2016 that we never actually got to listen to. It's just right there. That panel right there. It's like Backstreet Boys are back in town, even though I think probably by this time they weren't even alive. So I don't know. Backstreet Boys before Backstreet Boys were cool, I guess. Dropping the dankiest album of 2001. Again, his zippers, it can't be. Can he even hide inside of people? That's only the presumable explanation. He was able to put an eye into my closed hand. And even going through walls, he is also incredibly fast. I can't rule out the possibility. Bucciarati is inside of one of these people, wearing them like a suit. And he's planning to go into the city that way. Oh, okay. Okay. Inside one of these people wearing them as a suit. Huh. Okay. Like, that's just something. This is bad. Everyone is going in different directions, and I can't see the zipper. Who is it? Who is he hiding inside of? It'd be convenient if he's actually hiding inside a fly the whole entire time. He's just in the fly. What the hell, damn annoying fly. Oh no, he's actually inside the guy with the hat. Oh, okay, that's alright then. I didn't know whether or not I was actually wrong with that, like, possibility of whether or not Backstreet Boys were around back in the day of when this manga came out. But if he actually was around, then probably that was Backstreet Boys before they were cool. Like, that is the OG Backstreet Boys. The ones we never got to see. That's alright then. I didn't know whether or not I was wrong, because I remember saying... There was another one I said back in part 4, one of my reviews. I said, like, one of the bands, but it went around at that time. I was like, oh, Christ, yeah. I remember the different, like, time periods of the different manga series. Oh, damn. I gave life to your tooth, which I knocked out and transformed into a fly. The fly came back to you, and thus I was able to distinguish from you from the others. But this is unfortunate. I had just announced that I wouldn't allow someone to get involved. I apologise, that was a lie. Well, one could say that you were getting hit by the blow that you dealt yourself, so please try to bear it. Wow. Oh yeah, Spice Girls. I think, was it I said Spice Girls back in part 4? I think I said Spice Girls, and I think I was... I gave you life to your tooth, which I knocked out and transformed to a fly. I can't get past it though, because it's actually a pretty amazing thing to do, because it actually does. It just works. It's the major thing. It just works. Like, when you think about it more and more and more and more, you're like, yeah, that really does work. I like it. I think it's actually kind of neat. It's one of the things that JoJo's protagonist just got smarter and smarter, and I think it's actually kind of a smart move to do. Just knock out his tooth, turn it into a bloody fly, whack the fly, then you'll find out where he is. It's kind of pretty metal. It's like a metal way of doing things. Gotta respect the Giorno there. Gotta respect him. He's pretty cool. He's the coolest. And that guy's just got a zip behind him now. Just got a zip. He's out of control. You can see right through him. There we are. I think that was a pretty adequate pun. Sorry, not adequate. Adequate. Giorno Giovanna. It seems that your ability isn't something to be taken lightly. Since I can't hide myself, I have no choice. Even though I face the danger of getting hit. It looks like I have to kill you right here and now. Just look at those posing. Just look at them. Just admire the pages. I can't let you get away. Regarding that point, I'm desperate. Regarding that point, I'm desperate. So I was reading that wrong, or I can't. So I can't let you go. Regarding that point, I'm desperate. All right, I'm reading that right, I think. Welcome to the driver's streams, where I constantly have to repeat myself about 15 times to see whether or not I'm actually saying the right thing or not, because otherwise I will go nuts. One of the things I always do. Get away. You don't have to worry about that anymore. The only thing you could worry about is what would happen after you're pulled apart to pieces by my zippers and left on the ground. This is a battle for who will hit the other with their fist first. Besides, it would be stupid to try to kick me. There's a bit of possibility that I'll just grab your legs. Your leg. What's wrong? Come on, Giovanna. Oh man. There's punching. Them punches. There's the Mulder. There it is. We got it again. We're going to the high key Muldering this time. Like, we had low key Mulder last time, but now we have high key Mulder. You know it's serious. It's just it's nice to see that again, because it was so much fun seeing it back in part 3. Just seeing the Mulder again. Just it hits me straight in the feels. The nostalgia hits me like a ton of bricks. Gold experience. Oh no. He's been hit. Oh, he's been zippered. He's been zippered. A lot of zippers at that. I thought my blow went in first, so why? It's natural you would think that. This isn't my arm. My sticky fingers has the ability to put several different things together using zippers. Well, that makes sense. Well, that makes perfect sense. This arm was from the kid that I was hiding inside from earlier. I exchanged his arm with mine. It's only natural to minimize the chance of getting hit by your stand ability. That's why your goal experience wasn't effective. Well, you know what? Giving props to that. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. Bruno's got it. He's got it good. I'm going to dispose of you, Giorno. Gold experience. He actually lost his arm. The man lost his arm. Jesus Christ, my brother's coughing. I can't believe he tore his own arm off. And he punched it with his own arm. He's increased the range of his attack, so he'll be a split second faster. Again, everything is slow. The world around me seems slow. Only my senses are going out of control. He's going to kill me. Giovanna's stand doesn't have too much power, but in the situation, that makes it even worse. If I had to experience that slow pain, not only once, but several times in a row, I'd probably die from the shock. Argh. I love that. Welcome to JoJo, where two opposing fighters BS each other instead of actually fighting. It's so true. Meta stats on both sides. Love Iraqi creative use of bizarre powers, but find transsexual Italians, mafias, and OP stats. Like, so far, that's that is true when you think about it. Like, to anyone else, it's just that's actually not knowing what's going on. It looks like he just dismembered person's arm by just looking at them. And that's impressive. Like, it breathes new life into the whole entire idea of the scanners. I mean, anyone's ever seen that film, but I think in the scanners everyone just blew up. So maybe it's a different version of scanners. Wow. When you think about it, it's actually true. It must look really weird from anyone just not knowing what the hell's happening. Just like, what the hell is going on there? Why is that guy a bunch of zippers? Why is that guy's arm off now? What's going on? Why is that guy a bunch of zippers? Why is that guy's arm coming off is what I'm trying to say. He went out of range. What are you doing, Giovanna? Why did you stop attacking? Why aren't you finishing me off? Because you're a good person. Holy crap! He hit him straight where it hurts. He says he's a good person. You're a gang member, but a good person. You just hesitated to attack me, so I also decided not to attack you. When you saw the strange marks on the boy's stolen arm, when you removed it, you stopped fighting for a moment because of the shock. Am I correct? You were shocked by how the arm had signs of drug injections. How old is this boy? He's 13. He's a student, I'd say so. Only because you hesitated for a moment in shock, I was able to use gold experience to retaliate. If you were the kind of person who didn't hesitate or feel shocked, then I'll be rolling on the ground in pieces. And that's why I stopped my attack. Those who want to do drugs are free to do it. Individual freedoms exist. Those that want to die from the freedom to choose how they die. Wait, what? Individual freedoms exist. Those that want to die have the freedom to choose how they die. Okay, I read it. I think to myself, wait, what? No, I actually read it completely incorrectly. Alright, that makes more sense now. But there are people in this town who sell drugs to children, and you can't forgive that. That's what you're thinking. And the ones who's selling the drugs to them is your boss, and you feel conflicted. That's why your heart hurt when you saw that boy's arm. And if that is true, has nothing to do with the fact that I have to dispose of you. I've been given orders to find out who attacked Luca and dispose of him. Just because you decided to stop fighting me doesn't change the fact that I'm going to kill you. No, you won't try to kill me anymore. Because you'll become my ally. Holy freaking Christ, this guy's good. This guy's actually doing it. I'm planning on defeating your boss and taking over the city. What did you say? In order to get rid of the gangsters who sell drugs to children, you have to become a gang member yourself. Huh. that was certainly something, I must say. I can't argue with that. That was that was amazing. He just dealed out like the greatest like kind of pet talk in the world. Like it's like you want to take. It's like, why is that? Because you'll become my ally. I'm like, wait, what? So I'm gonna take down your boss and actually take over this city. I'm like, wait, what? So it's like, oh damn, it's actually getting serious. I actually quite like where it's going. It's actually kind of interesting. So it's going places. That's the major thing. That's what I'm trying to say. It's going places. And I like it. I think Giorno's actually really freaking cool. I think he's actually an amazing character. Even though we only seen a brief glimpse of what he's very like, I think as time goes on we'll see more of him. But he's actually pretty freaking good. Like he's up there. He's up there, the protagonist. I mean, he comes from Dio, technically Jonathan Joestar as well, but aside from that, he comes from Dio, but he doesn't really kind of specifically have any Dio traits in him that really kind of says to me, oh freaking hell, he's Dio's descendant. So it's actually kind of neat. I think it's actually one of the greatest things. He's not technically the Dio. He's not the guy we think he would be, coming from the person that he actually came from. He's actually completely different, and that's the main thing. He ain't a complete douche nugget that's hell-bent on taking over the world and actually also having nothing else to do in the world, I guess, after that point. But he's gonna take over the city and defeat the gangsters. He's gonna take down the gangsters to take over the city. And why do I think that maybe the guy that helped him back in the past, like put his heart in order and actually kind of put him in the right path, might be the person that's actually running the whole entire thing, or something similar. Like he's got to be someone. He's got to appear again. Giorno's story is he was a good person. Yeah, it's true. That's what I'm getting right now as well. If he was a good person, that's who Giorno is. If Dio was a good person, that's what I quite like about him. Because when you first saw him, you kind of was like, yeah. I mean, he has the exact same thing as Josuke. Because when you first saw Josuke, you didn't really think too much of him. To say, oh, freaking hell, he's actually kind of going to be the best thing in the world. He kind of originally thought he might just be like the rest of them, but as time went on, you're like, no, he's completely different. He's not a person we imagine him to be, and he's actually kind of neat. So I actually quite like how Araki kind of kind of subverts your perception of the person. That's what I'm trying to say. Like Araki does a perfect job of actually subverting your perception, because again, as I said before, you would imagine him to be Dio Brando Mark II, but he really isn't. Like, he isn't at all. Like, the only thing he's really inherited so far is the Muda thing. That's the only thing he's really inherited that we actually can just kind of tell so far. I couldn't have done a mafia story of any other character, lol. True. He's set up so well. It's very much true. I think as well, I kind of like where it's set as well, because it's so many possibilities you can actually do in this kind of setting. It's just so much fun to see the different stands as well. And so far, as you probably can tell, they're freaking OP'd. Like, Bruno one's just like, wow. Just like, it's freaking OP'd and pretty freaking terrifying as well. Like, he put his fingers in his mouth. I was like, I don't want any ideas of fingers in mouths, please. Like, none of those. Like, I don't want none of that. Please get out of here with that perception. I don't want none of those things. But at the same time, his actual stand itself was actually pretty freaking neat. He was very much Zipper Man, and he's actually a pretty freaking cool Zipper Man. I just kind of loved how Giorno just kind of talked him out of the whole entire fight. Like, it was done so freaking damn well. Like, he just actually just realized the whole entire thing. You can actually get to see he reads people really freaking damn well. Like, it's very much shown that he can actually read people and actually do it freaking perfectly. It's actually kind of neat. I love it. I think it's actually kind of neat because, again, nowadays you would kind of imagine. You kind of imagine that someone talking someone out of a fight doesn't really kind of bode well, because it just kind of just goes, well, freaking hell, dude. Why are you just talking him out of the situation? Just let him fight. But here, it's done differently. It's actually kind of cool. Like, him like kind of saying, look, you're not going to kill me because you're going to become my ally. I'm going to take down the gangsters in this town and your boss, actually become the leader of the city. And I kind of think it's cool. I kind of think it's amazing because it just does something different. It's that Dio charisma, lol. Yeah, it probably is very much Dio's charisma. JoJo made mafias cool before Baccano. Very much true as well. I think mafias are pretty cool in JoJo. I think maybe JoJo was the OG mafia anime and manga. Well, actually manga in this case because part 5 hasn't been animated yet. But it's just it's kind of cool because I forgot my train of thought just then. Now, I think I was saying about how Giorno talked him out, because I think an example to give would probably be Naruto, because there were certain points in Naruto where Naruto tried to talk a character out of fighting, kind of sitting there going, dude, just fight the dude, just come on, just do it, don't sit there and talk him out of the situation, because it just doesn't work, because Naruto kind of had that character about him that he actually was kind of kind, like he had a good heart. But when it came to fighting, it didn't just work for that kind of idea. Talking someone out of a situation doesn't work in that context. But here, because you know Giorno is that kind of person that actually can read, he actually has the charisma, he has everything that he has the attributes to do it. So it doesn't actually feel like a place complete. It fits the bill. It fits where it is. So I quite like it. It's different, which is the major thing. It's different and it just works. It's the best example I can possibly give to JoJo. It just works. And so that's the example I'll always give to JoJo. It just works. But yeah, I really do like this manga so far. I mean, we're only about 8 chapters in, but it's actually kind of surprised me. Like, I like Bruno as well. Bruno seems pretty freaking cool. Like, he seems like top tier bae. Like, he's going up into my books. So I want to see who else gets introduced next, because they seem like they're gonna be quite the person in this manga. Because again, before in part 4, as characters got introduced, you kind of knew they were formidable, and I think that's going to continue from now on, because, again, as I said before, part 3 didn't really have that. Part 3 didn't have the stakes that part 4 had. And I think part 5 is kind of also doing that as well. Granted, yes, Giorno's stand is kind of OP'd at the same time, because we know fully now what he can actually do, which actually is kind of neat at the same time, because he punches a person, and their senses go out of control, and everything kind of seems like it's going like whoo around them, which actually is kind of neat. So the senses go out of control, which is actually kind of cool. It's kind of a different spin on what Crazy Diamond was back in part 4. I can say Shining Diamond then, that's Crunchyroll subs. But yeah, I think it's kind of neat, because again, people said that Shining Diamond was kind of a cop-out stand. I was reading that yesterday. Someone gave JoJo part 4 a 2.5 because apparently time resets weren't that good. And I was like, wait, what? In fact, there was no stakes, and then, oh yeah, by the way, he can actually fix himself. What's the point? It's kind of like, no, he can't fix himself, but he can fix everyone else. What's the point? It's kind of like, no, not how it works, man. Just stop it. Cut it out. Don't speak about that anymore. JoJo Part 4 is a masterpiece, so sharp. But still, I think maybe Giorno stands a different spin on what Crazy Diamond was. I quite like it. I think it kind of brings it back to. I think very much what you think about it is very much a celebration of part 1 to 3, plus kind of having a bit of part 4 in there as well. That's why I kind of like it. It kind of appeases both sides, which is what I've seen so far. It appeases both sides of who like JoJo part 1 to 3, and also who like part 4. I think Araki kind of kept the writing style of part 4, but kind of incorporated very much part 1 to 3's kind of very, I would say, quite OP stands, because part 1 to 3 had quite OP stands when you think of I think part 1 to 3 had quite OP stands sometimes. Yeah. Crazy Diamond's power is basically being Good Samaritan. It's very much true. It fits the bill, and I think this one fits the bill here as well. I think it kind of keeps some certain things alive, which actually is kind of neat. I think it just fits how it. it fits this bill completely. That's what I'm trying to say. I think in my very very abstract explanation, I think that's what I'm trying to say. It just fits the bill. It fits every single stance fitted the place it's been in so far. That's a major thing. I think that's what I'm trying to say. And I think Giorno very much brings back the good stuff from part 1 to 3, but kind of incorporates the charisma that Josuke kind of had in part 4 sometimes as well. Like I kind of like how Giorno speaks as well. How Giorno actually kind of explains himself and how he actually comes across is actually pretty freaking neat. And his backstory is actually kind of interesting as well, because where he came from. Is part 3 confirmed as an anime next year? The ending has to be Gangsta's Paradise. Yeah, it's true, it has to be. That's a perfect song, it has to be Gangsta's Paradise. But I think his backstory as well is actually really freaking interesting, how someone who you'd imagine that wouldn't put him on the right line, put him on the right line. I think it's actually kind of neat as well, and actually where he came from is even kind of neater, because it's a different spin. It's very much not what we've seen before, and kind of incorporating Dio in that way is actually even neater. I think it's actually one of the greatest things they could have done. I think incorporating Dio in this way doesn't feel heavy-handed, doesn't really feel like, oh, they're trying to bring him back for the sake of bringing him back because Kira's gone. Everyone thought part 4's ending would be All-Star. That's what I kind of think. I think how they incorporated him is pretty freaking amazing. Like, it's the best they could have done. I think how they did it is great. Oh, how Araki did it, sorry. I say how they did it, but it's Araki did it. I keep on thinking I'm talking about the anime. That's the main thing. I think any other way, because certain times when you're trying to bring back someone who's been long dormant, gone for about, I don't know, 4 seasons, it kind of feels a bit like, oh, why? That's what would happen with Dio. Dio would have had the exact same problem. If Araki did not explain already what Dio had done, like, as he died, the imprint he's left, then it would feel kind of like, oh, freaking hell, Araki, why would you bring him back? We don't need him. We had Akira just now. Akira's pretty freaking cool. Why would you do this? But how Araki set up Dio after he died was amazing, because it showed you how his imprint was left in everywhere. Like, you knew he was kind of still there. He was present in the world, not being there fully though. He was dead, but he was still present there. So Giorno being his, like, kind of sort of second degree son very much is also a celebration of that. It doesn't feel heavy-handed. It doesn't feel like he's just putting him in there for the sake of doing it. It feels like it's legit in the context of Dio. Like, it fits Dio perfectly. That's what I quite like about it. I think it's one of the more neater things. How Araki implemented him is perfect. I can't argue with him. I can't argue with that at all. I think it's one of the greatest things that he could have ever done. Because if by some fluke Dio didn't die, and in fact Dio actually had a second body, and that was just a decoy, then I think that might not have been the best way to do it. But how he did it, good job. I think in Japan, you can use actual licensed songs for endings or openings in anime, because I remember that Oasis was used in Eden of the East opening. Wasn't it? Falling Down was used in the opening of Eden of the East, because I remember, because the Blu-ray of the English version only had it in the first episode, and the second episode didn't have it, nor did after that point. So I think that's the case. So I'd imagine it probably. If it wasn't broadcasting on the internet, I think they probably would actually still use the songs, because I think they knew it was going to every other place. They couldn't do it because it wouldn't work. I don't think, if that makes sense. Maybe, you never know. The Blu-ray version actually might include the songs as an ending. You never know. But yeah, that's how I see part 5 so far. It's a celebration of part 1 to 3, plus incorporating what was good about part 4 so far, and I think it's actually kind of neat. And the relentless pace it's going at is pretty freaking amazing as well. No page feels boring. Every single page is full of life, which is something that a manga needs. A manga can't just live kind of without life. It needs certain flair to it in every single page, and no page in here thus far has been boring. So Araki is literally Jesus Christ of manga. Like, God. That man's immortal. That's what I'm calling now. He's immortal. But yeah, I love it. I think part 5 so far is good. So hopefully it continues in this vein. Hopefully as the actual manga goes on, it just continues in this vein, because it would be freaking neat to actually have this all the time. So yeah, I think I'm done here. I think I'm actually kind of done with JoJo for today. I probably might do another one on Sunday. I'm not too sure yet. I think, isn't Sunday New Year's Day? I don't know what day I'm on anymore. So, Reminder that Giorno is technically Joseph's uncle, lol. Oh man, I think, like, when you think about it, we need to actually kind of just sit down and figure out the actual lineage of the Joestar family, just to know where it kind of, like, I think we know where it starts, but I kind of think it's confusing off the Joseph Joestar. It just goes off anywhere. It's anyone's game off that point. What kind of the lineage is, like, who, like, it would go like this. It'll go down and kind of branch off like slightly, and then just go like this again, like constantly, like loads of circles everywhere. So I'm trying to figure out the lineage of Joestar's family. But yeah, goddamn, the Joestar family's got one of the most confusing lineages in anime and manga. I don't think anyone else has got as confusing lineage. Like, I might be wrong, but from what I've seen so far, I think the Joestar family's got probably the most confusing one, because good old Dio's second degree son here, like, he just completely like blew the whole entire thing out of the water. Got Josuke as well. Like, it gets confusing. It's one of those things. But yeah. So anyway, with all that said, I have indeed been the driver. If you have enjoyed this stream as a whole, and you do want to leave a like, then do leave a like, because indeed, it does help me quite a bit. If you have enjoyed my content, and you want to stay a little bit longer, then do leave a sub, because indeed, it does help me quite a bit. But until next time, I might do Frugatsu today anyway, so it's fine as well. I might be back in about half an hour. So yes, until then, I shall see you guys later. Bye for now.